One of the mistakes people make a lot with their retirement accounts, or for that matter, any type of investments, even personal, is an assumption, and this is very important to talk about now, the assumption that bonds are safer than stocks when you're investing in a retirement account or investing personally. When I was in the business, I saw more people lose money in bonds than I ever saw lose money in stocks. Because bonds are very susceptible to rising interest rates and inflation. And interest rates are so very low. You go out and buy a bond today, and interest rates go up, the value of that bond is going to drop dramatically. It's a very simple equation. If interest rates go up, the value of the bond goes down. If interest rates go down, the value of the bond goes up. Well, we're at such low interest rates, there really is only one direction interest rates can go, ultimately down the road, if and when inflation does kick in here. And that's interest rates are going to go up, which would drive down the value of a bond or a bond mutual fund that you're in. If you want to have bonds in your portfolio, keep the maturities short. If you go to any family of mutual funds or you work with the LPL people back there, they'll be able to help you find what are called intermediate term bond funds, shorter maturity bond funds that you'll give up a little bit in yield, but you'll reduce your risk by about 80% as well. So I would look at intermediate term bond funds as about as far as I would go with bonds. I don't own a single bond, never have, never will. I'm a 100% stock guy, okay? And that's just my tolerance for risk. I'm 100% in the stock market, always have been and always will be. But I'm not silly about it, but that's my level of comfort when it comes to that. So those are a couple of things about doing it internally. I also like to buy stocks, in most cases more than mutual funds, but again, that depends on what you want to do. I don't put a lot of effort into my investments. One of my other investment heroes is Peter Lynch. Peter managed the Fidelity Magellan Fund for 15 years, and every year that he managed that fund, he outperformed the S&P 500, so he was really good. He was really good, but he was a real simple investor when he was managing those funds, probably still is today. One of my favorite Peter Lynch rules of investing is never invest in a company that you can't describe by writing on one side of an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper with a crayon. Okay? You're not going to get many words on that piece of paper, so you better be able to describe what a company does in just a few words. And he's had great success doing that. And I always tell people when you're getting to that point where you maybe want to work with your kids or your grandkids on investments, let them tell you where they want to invest. They may not know, but you can prod them. You can lead them in questions. What's their favorite fast food restaurant? What's their favorite? Do they like going to Disneyland, or would they prefer to go to Knott's Berry Farm or Magic Mountain? From all of that, you'll get investment ideas that work out very, very well, and that kind of ties in with the whole Peter Lynch thing. He also says that if you spend 15 minutes a month managing your investments, you've wasted 14 minutes. Okay, there's no reason to make this something that has to turn into being work. Okay. Follow the Buffett rules of investing. Put all the effort into making the selections you want, and then let them go. They'll do their job for you. Unless something dramatic changes, let them go, and they'll work out real well for you.